What's up, fishy friends? Welcome to Tim's School of Fish, and class is in session. Today I want to do a response to an open tag which is called Thankful Thursday. So first, I would like to thank the person who created this tag, and that is Dave over at Singin' Toad. I will link his channel down below. If you're not subscribed, go check him out. He's got a lot of great knife content, so thank you for this open tag, Dave. Secondly, I would like to thank all of my subscribers, all of my viewers. You guys are great. And in particular, there's a few of you that comment on every single one of my videos, and I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You guys know who you are, and I just want you to know that I really do appreciate you. I would just like to thank the people in this knife community in general. I have met, not in person, but I have had the opportunity to create relationships with so many people, so many wonderful people around the world. Guys in the UK, in Canada, in all the way across the United States. You know, sometimes you see the news and you think that the whole world is falling apart and that everybody is evil to the core. There's still a lot of good people in this world. There are still a lot of kind-hearted, very good people despite the garbage that you see on the news. So, and there's a lot of them in this knife community. So there's a few guys that I want to call by name and encourage you to subscribe to their channels, and I will link all of these channels below. All of these guys have knife and EDC channels, and they are great guys. They have great content. You should go subscribe to them. RJ over at RJ's Knives, thank you. Tom over at Knife Delights and History Delights, thank you very much. Steven at Patty's Potato Peelers, Matt over there at Slip Joint Sawyer, and John at Thrifty Kniffy, and also Jerry at Big J's Knives. Thank you, all of you guys. I appreciate your support. You guys are great. Now, I'd like to thank a couple people in particular. First, I'd like to thank Randy over at Randy's WSG. So I reached out to Randy. Randy does some leather work, and he makes some knife slips. And I reached out to Randy and I said, hey, I would like to buy one of your slips. Do you have an Etsy store or somewhere I can buy one? And he said, no, man, I will just make you one. And I said, seriously, you don't have to do that. I don't mind paying, you know, for your time and for your effort and for your product. And he said, no, man, don't worry about it. What's your address? So I gave him my address. And then on Tuesday, this came on Tuesday, but I wanted to wait till today to make this video. I got an envelope with a handwritten note from Randy and this beautiful knife slip. And he put a stamp of a turtle on there. He said because he couldn't find a fish. Because my channel name is Tim's School of Fish, even though it's all about knives. So, Randy, I love this slip. I am going to put a little lanyard on here, or a little fob, and this is going to be my Barlow slip. This is perfect for a Barlow. I love it. Thank you very much. I am so touched by your generosity and your kindness, and thank you. I really appreciate that. And then last of all, I would like to thank somebody that I have developed a very good relationship with. I consider him a dear friend, even though we've never met, and that is Rich, aka Dick Ritchie, over at AOK Product Reviews. Rich does knife reviews, and he does some knife giveaways. He also has some little inspirational talks. Sometimes he talks about politics. Sometimes he talks about, you know, just whatever is on his mind. Life in general, philosophy, friendship, all kinds of good stuff. He does some knife giveaways on his channel, and I just came across his channel randomly, and he was doing a knife review for this knife right here. And he said, this is the giveaway knife for this week. And it is a petrified fish model PF719. And there's no clip on this. It's got a rosewood handle, single thumb stud. And so I just sent a comment. And I said, man, I have had my eye on that knife for such a long time. I think it's such a great looking, elegant looking knife. And he sent it to me. He said, I want you to have this. And I was just like, wow, man, I really appreciate this. So this stays right here in my little valet tray, in my little dump tray. And it stays right here on my desk where I work and spend a lot of my time. So then I sent Rich a Zippo lighter. Now, Rich, his channel, AOK Product Reviews, stands for Ace on Knives. And it's kind of a play on words, how ace means really good at something, right? That's ace. So he is Ace on Knives. But it's also AOK Product Reviews. Well, Ace is a dear friend of his that he lost. And, you know, obviously it touched him. He has Ace tattooed on his hand. He named his channel after his friend Ace. So, and Rich is also a custom woodworker, right? He builds custom lighting, sort of rustic style custom lighting with barn wood and with native wood from Indiana. And he's got an Etsy store. It's called the Woods Edge Co. And I will link that down below. So he builds custom lighting, rustic style. That's very popular and we like it. That's how our house is decorated. So I sent him a lighter that had an ace of spades on it, and it had little wood grain, a Zippo lighter, just as a token of appreciation for sending me the knife. So I thought, Ace, wood grain, Zippo. I sent him a little note. I said, man, maybe you like an occasional cigar now and then, maybe you don't, but I think every man should own at least one Zippo, and when I saw this, I thought about you. So I sent it to him. So we struck up a friendship. We exchanged phone numbers. We've texted back and forth. We're trying to put together a live show, which is my fault. I'm the one holding this up. But so Tuesday, the same day that I got the slip from Randy's WSG, my wife comes home from work. I work from home. And she comes in and she's carrying a great big box. And she said, what did you order? And I said, I didn't order anything. I'm not expecting anything. Of course, I order knives all the time, but they come in small boxes. And this was a big old box. And so I got it, and I saw that it was from Rich, right? And so I was like, I have no idea what this is, babe. So one day on his channel, in the background, he had a piece that he had made out of wood and light, and it was a cross. And he said that he had made it for a church, for some friends of his at this particular church. And I think that I just mentioned in the comments, just in passing, I said, man, that cross, that thing that you made there for that church is beautiful. And I said, my wife and I are Christians, and in fact, she works at our church, and she's worked there for almost 20 years. That's her full-time job. And that was it. I just said, man, that's beautiful. We're Christian. I think that's awesome, you know, that you made that for your friends at the church. So I opened the package on Tuesday, and I wanted to wait until today because I wanted this to be a Thankful Thursday video. And Rich sent us that. And it's, I don't know, Rich, what kind of wood it's made out of, but it's some kind of barn board, some kind of barn wood, or maybe some native wood from Indiana there. and it actually lights up. He built the lights in here, and this thing lights up, and it's got his little Woods Edge Company logo there. And my wife and I were so touched by that we both started crying. That is so kind of you, Rich, and I really do appreciate it. And I know that you've said you don't take compliments well, and I'm kind of the same way. Rich and I have a lot in common. But you are very kind, generous human being. You're like me. You act silly and goofy on your channel sometimes, and so do I. But deep down, you have a big heart, and you are a great guy. And I am absolutely touched by that. So, Rich, aka Dick Ritchie, I am thankful for you, my man. I am glad that I know you, and I'm glad that we have developed a friendship. So, my channel wasn't knife content. I was doing fishing content like 5 years ago, and I did it for just a short time, and then I went away from YouTube for a long time, for probably 3 years. I had back surgery. I can't fish as much anymore, and I wanted to continue to do YouTube, but I can't do fishing videos because I can't fish because of my back and because of time constraints. So I thought, what do I want to do? I want to get back on YouTube. And then I was like, well, I collect knives. Let me just do knife content. I enjoy collecting knives. I have a bunch of knives. I'll talk about knives. And I'm so glad I did that, because I have met so many wonderful people in this knife community. I am so appreciative of you guys. I am so overwhelmed by the kindness and the generosity and the support. All of these guys support each other, and you know, they goof around and talk smack and all kind of stuff like that. But at the end of the day, everybody's there to support everybody else, and I think that's awesome. And I really appreciate all of you guys. So, anyway, this is getting long-winded. But Dave over there at Singing Toad, thank you for the open tag. Randy over at Randy's WSG, thank you for the slip. This is awesome. I'm going to use this for my Barlows. And Rich, Dick Ritchie, thank you, my man. We are touched by that. We are going to hang that in our house as soon as my wife decides where she wants me to put it up. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up. I appreciate the comments. I enjoy interacting with you guys in the comments. I am going to link every single one of those guys' channels below. Go subscribe to them. Check them out. Talk to them. Leave them a comment. It's a fantastic bunch of guys, and there's so many other ones that I did not name. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. That's it for this episode of Tim Schoolfish, boys and girls. Class dismissed.